Hey, yo, it's the P, the one you got your rhyme style from. RIP to H&IC, Prodigy, QB all day, every day. Now, Miami Heat losing to the Clippers. Miami Heat don't got Jimmy Butler from what I'm understood. So Tyler Hero, the guy that cost the Lakers, cost the Heat the game against the Lakers. And if he made at least one or two threes, Lakers lose that ball game. Now, it's funny how whenever the Lakers lose, you lose Westbrook as a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? But if they win, it's all praises due. Matter of fact, it's not praises to Westbrook because you don't talk about him. You only talk about Westbrook when the Lakers lose. But he's a target for blaming for when you lose. He out here getting that mistreatment. But nevertheless, this is about the Clippers. So Clippers versus Heat, 86-78. All right, tell me you don't find that funny. I'm telling the truth. If the Lakers was to lose that game, the first thing people will be saying is Westbrook's fault. So every time the Lakers lose, it's Westbrook's fault. Okay, good. I'm glad you're giving him his props because every time y'all lose, y'all first person y'all pointing the finger at is Westbrook. Westbrook didn't get really no credit at all last night. Y'all won, and that was just it. Yeah, Malik Monk balled out, but I seen people give more credit to Malik Monk than Russell Westbrook. Westbrook is there just to blame when y'all lose. So when y'all lose, if y'all lose in the playoffs, the first thing you're going to say is Westbrook's fault. You're going to leave LeBron alone. You're going to give LeBron a free pass. AD going to get a little bit of blame. Y'all going to say AD is soft. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's only one player that's going to get a lot of blame. And that's Westbrook himself. So I don't know why Westbrook signed to this team because I wouldn't want to be on a team if I'm the scapegoat all the time. Y'all treating Westbrook like the ugly stepchild. Whatever he do, you know what I'm saying? What's up, G Money? Yep. A lot of them guys balled out, but when the Lakers win, it's just another day. Because the Lakers are supposed to win because they got all that talent. They got over 6 Hall of Famers, as they say in the media. But Hall of Famers are overrated to me. Getting in the Hall of Fame is overrated to me. It lost its aura, So I look at it when I'm judging a player. How many All-Stars did you play with? Because role players could be Hall of Famers too. So if a role player is a Hall of Famer, I ain't going to be like, man, yeah, look how good he was. What if they run out of players to put in the Hall of Fame so bad that I won't be surprised if Derek Fisher is in the Hall of Fame, So they just put anybody in there. It's getting to a point where it's losing its respect because every year you got to put somebody in the Hall of Fame. Think about it. You're going to run out of names to put in there. So you got to put in everybody, Yeah, Z. At least you admit it, man. At least you admit it. He had a lot of stuff bailing them out, man. He had any player that plays with Mike D'Antoni, their numbers get inflated. If you play with Mike D'Antoni, he could make you look like an all-star. He make Jeremy Lin Sanity look great. In the minute you tuck him out of that D'Antoni system, he don't get those numbers no more. I'm not saying Harden's a bad player. Harden's a great basketball player. I don't mean no disrespect to James Harden. But we have to put this in consideration, though. We have to be honest about the truth. He's just not that dude that those stats were saying. Those stats was very misleading. He said, don't turn into Rod. Man, Rod Strickland was nice. Stop making fun of Rod Strickland, Octavius. Yeah, can you open this? I don't know how you to open it. I always have problems taking that. Oh, there you go. How you do this? Lift it up?
He's a magic girl. Open.
Hey, man. Yeah, he's a beta. Whenever you join the super team, you kind of admit into some flaws as a player that you got. Because if you ever felt you was that good, you had the confidence to believe you could win without asking for a lot of help. I don't mind you having some help. Basketball is a team game. Okay, don't ever think I discredit players for playing on the same team with each other. Okay, you could have some talent on your team. You know. Oh, okay. You know, I was about to say, man, Ross Strickland was nice with the handles too. You know, he just wasn't that dude like that. But yeah, James Harden is supposed to be this and that, and coming up short. So, like I said, man, I don't mind you have it's 88 to 80. I don't mind you having talent around you, but if it's overwhelming talent, I get pissed off. And it shouldn't be. Yeah, that hurts his legacy. This is why Kevin Durant don't get the respect that a lot of that he think he deserves, though. You keep playing with too many talented players. If you stack your roster, it's gonna haunt you. Hell, Bill Russell didn't stack his roster. Those guys was drafted to that team, but yet there was so many Hall of Famers and All-Stars on that team, and he wasn't even viewed as the best player on that team all the time. He got penalized for it, and it's not like he recruited those guys. There was only very few teams in the league, so one team was going to hog up all the best players anyway. You know, so his situation was a little bit different. Yeah, he playing like an MVP. And you know what? He's playing with just James Harden, who's playing like a true secondary player. You know, he's playing more like a third option because 18 points a game is more of a third option. That ain't even no sidekick, really big time sidekick numbers. If he could win a championship with James Harden only scoring 2 more points than Scottie Pippen. So think about that. That's what Michael Jordan had to put up with. A guy that averages points like that. You're not setting the world on fire. You think Scottie Pippen set the world on fire? You know, he got the nerve to try to discredit Michael Jordan scoring 38, 45 in games when he was hurt, but you only had 8 points. That's why it's not classic for you, you idiot. You only had 8 points. Nets do need a center, you know. As far for the Lakers, man, they supposed to be winning. They got 3 All-Stars. It's only news when the Lakers lose. If the Lakers win games, nobody would care. Nobody really would pay attention to it, but just Laker fans. I'm just being honest. People don't like teams that got a lot of this whole notion of the super team. It just don't get respect. You know, you win, people like, oh, yeah, you're supposed to win. I remember when the Miami Heat won their first championship. Everybody in New York was like, yeah, we don't care. He's supposed to win. You know, look who he's playing with. He got his little cheap championship. It just people just don't respect it. I'm just sorry. This is how it is. Yeah. You know, Dame worrying about the referees. Just play your basketball game. You sound like a big baby. Oh, and guess what? International P will be back. I'll be giving y'all some exclusives from Hong Kong, Vancouver, Canada, and the Philippines. So 3 countries, and you're gonna get exclusives. You know, it's International P right here. You know. See, this is why I don't worry about people always say, man, well, how come you don't cloud chase or you don't diss other YouTubers? Because I'm too busy doing things. I be in Hong Kong and Vancouver and Philippines while people be doing some corny videos in their basement worrying about and talking about me. I don't got time for that nonsense. I'm not going to go to a YouTube one-on-one spat with somebody. It's a waste of time for me. I got more important things to do. I do this for the love of sports. You know, people always go, yo, man, come get this boat. I'll come to your block. No, you ain't gonna come to my block. You ain't gonna come to my block nowhere because my block is everywhere. LA is my hood. Queensbridge is my hood. Philippines is my hood. You know, my hood is worldwide. I probably know people in your city. Wilt Chamberlain's a great basketball player. He was a bit of a chucker, though, Zach. You know, I don't know if you did any research on Wilt Chamberlain. You know, you should do, you know, when you look at some of these old players, won't you do some research on some of them? Then you could come down to some conclusions. But keep an open mind when you're doing these research on it. Look at the era they was playing in and all the circumstances they had to go through. And always remember what I told you. Whenever you're playing in an older generation, they can only be upgraded as time goes on because they're going to get more access to do more things. So just imagine them able to do certain moves that was presumed as a travel. Step back was a travel. Euro step was a travel. Those moves weren't allowed in the NBA. Those moves was in Europe, and they brought them onto the NBA because European basketball people were starting to find fascinating and fun to watch. You know, Zach, imagine if Michael Jordan was able to create space and do a step back, and they allowed him to do the step back dribble. He'll be even more devastating than what he is, you know? Okay, I'm glad you watched some Wilt highlights. Now, imagine Wilt Chamberlain 2.0 in 2021. Wilt Chamberlain would have been completely different. He wouldn't have been wearing those tight shorts. He'd have been more athletic, more faster. He'd have been super upgraded because he would have all the benefits of today's medical staff. Wilt Chamberlain could probably play 20 seasons if he played in today's league. And he would have the handles and the three-point shot because that's what you guys do in this generation, right? That's how you was taught to play basketball. So just imagine. Just imagine. Okay? Kawhi Leonard's not a big-time three-point shooter, but his three-point shooting ability, I think, would have been on the same level with Mike's if Mike was playing in today's league. But Mike's scoring, especially during these previous seasons when you could breathe on somebody and get to the free throw line, Michael Jordan's numbers would have been insane if he played basketball today. He would have had a season when he averaged about 40. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. He would have had, just being honest, man. Just think about it real quick. If he had all those offensive advantages where you can't touch him, okay, he played in an era where you could spack him, okay, where you could hit him in the face, knee him, elbow him. Michael Jordan had bloody lips, punches to the balls. You can't do that in today's league. And Jordan was flourishing under those rules. So just imagine what he would do if you can't touch him. Just think about that for a minute. And yo, Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan on the same team would be slaughtered. That'd be slaughtered. Okay? That'd be two top 5 players of all time, probably for a lot of people, on the same team. Not top 5 players in the league of all time would have been on the same team. Okay? You know? I'm glad Dame said no to the Lakers. I give him credit on that because he had a chance to join the Lakers. LeBron invited him up to his mansion, shot a woo Dame. Dame was like, I don't get down like that. I don't want no cheap championship. You know? He want to earn the championship the right way. So God bless him. If he go his whole career without getting a championship, so be it. So be it. But at least he went out Dame Dollar way. You don't have to win the championship to be a great player, and you don't have to win the championship to be a Hall of Famer. Hell, you could be a role player. Draymond Green is going to be a Hall of Famer. Think about this. Take away the team accomplishments. Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he's only a 2-time All-Star. That's enough to get into the Hall of Fame. Winning 1 Defensive Player of the Year and being a 2-time All-Star is enough for the Hall of Fame. That's pathetic. That's not a Hall of Fame player. To me, a Hall of Fame player is a guy that's consistently great. LeBron James is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Kawhi Leonard is a first ballot. Kevin Durant is a first ballot. James Harden is probably a second ballot. But at least they earn the right to be called Hall of Famers. Now anybody gets in the Hall of Fame. Yo, Z, me and you could be in the Hall of Fame for absolutely doing nothing. You know, I won't be surprised if they put the whole Chicago Bulls from the 90s in the Hall of Fame now, because it's just getting out of hand. They're running out of ideas. Yo, let's put BJ Armstrong in it. So then people look at it. Yo, BJ Armstrong was the man. That single digit points a game. Woohoo! Come on, man. We be serious. If you from that generation and you watch Michael Jordan play, you watch the Bulls play, you know damn well BJ Armstrong not no Hall of Famer. Tony Kukoc not no Hall of Famer neither. He only got in there because what he did in Europe. He was supposedly the Dirk Nowitzki, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, all rolled in one for European basketball. But he came to the United States, didn't live up to that reputation at all. Yeah, I mean, G-Money, you're right on that. He didn't have to stay in Portland. You don't have to make a super team. You could go to a team that at least got a somewhat better roster and a better chance to win the championship. You know, why couldn't you just go to the Denver? You could have been playing with the Joker. You would have your secondary guy and then role players, you know. Zay, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. The Hall of Fame is getting out of hand, though. It's kind of, to me, the Hall of Fame is just a bunch of nonsense. You know, sooner or later, all these guys that was knocking on the door to be Hall of Famers, they're going to be Hall of Famers sooner or later. People say, oh, Chris Webber ain't no Hall of Famer, but he's going to get the chance to be one sooner or later. Sooner or later, he keep knocking at that door, you're going to get it. Rudy Gobert may be a Hall of Famer because he won Defensive Player of the Year several times. And when he get in there, people are going to start overhyping the guy. The same guy that pretty much exposed the NBA to COVID. He's going to get in the Hall of Fame for exposing people to COVID. For setting a new era of basketball. Hall of Famer. You know, salute, great one. Oh, my God. Steve Kerr don't deserve to be in no Hall of Fame. What next, man? The guy was a role player, dog. Like, seriously, man. He's a good coach. But he ain't no Hall of Famer. What has he done to be a Hall of Famer? Anybody going to get in there? So, as of now, I don't care about how many guys get into the Hall of Fame. I judge players based off how many All-Stars you play with. So, that's why I keep saying LeBron played with some of the most help in modern NBA history because he played with several All-Stars. It's not like he played with several role players, you know, because at the end of the day, Tony Kukoc wasn't no All-Star. Neither was Steve Kerr. Wow, man. Divac was the king of flopping. And he in the Hall of Fame? We need to do something about this Hall of Fame fixing, man. You can't be just putting anybody in the Hall of Fame. It's getting pathetic. But I'm gonna need y'all to keep up with some sport updates while I'm in the Philippines because I'm not gonna have access to every game. Some of these games I won't have no access to. I won't have that luxury of watching every game in California because I won't be in California. You know what I'm saying? So somebody gonna have to hold me down a little bit. I'm gonna try my best to keep afloat. I did live streams from the Philippines before. I have did it. You know, and it's funny because every time I do live streams in the Philippines, I get an international audience. I got people calling in from Africa. I got people calling in from the Philippines. You know, so it'd be good to get a little American taste while I'm there too. You know what I'm saying? 97 to 93, 5 minutes to go. So as they close this game out, I'll let y'all could close this game out with y'all commentary if y'all like. Got a lot of packing to do. I didn't even start packing.
This is good for you.
What is it?
Ginkgo biloba. It's for to improve your memory.
Oh yeah, that's good. I take it. But you bought that for your moms though.
No, that's for me. But it say improve your memory
Mm.
as you aging. As you're aging, that's for you.
You don't feel a little weird about taking some of that because of where it came from? Like it's not like it was from like a place like, you know what I'm saying, like Rite Aid
Yeah,
or,
I know, but
you know what I'm saying?
this works for my mom. Because remember,
Nah, Haslam ain't no Hall of Famer.
I gave her some of this, and she said it lowers her blood sugar. That's
Mm.
why she said that I buy her more of that. That's
Mm.
why I got 7 packs of this.
Mm.
Salute,
What's up,
salute.
brother? What's good?
Yeah, I was saying, some people try to say Steve Kerr should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, what? He averaged 6 points a game in his career.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So
They salute, man. They put anybody in the Hall of Fame. No way, no how. That's why I don't care about the Hall of Fame no more. I just, when I'm rating players, I just based off the players you played with that were all stars. Why you played with them, you know? Because that's it. I don't. Anybody could get in the Hall of Fame now. But yo, G Money, what you think of this game, man? We got 4-point game. I'm glad you in here. You could break this game down and what you think was going on.
the Clippers started slow because they couldn't hit the three, but they're doing a good job going to the paint, find the open man. The Heat, well, they're missing Jimmy Butler with his playmaking, but Miami, I mean, Tyler Hero had his moments, but he's just shot jacking. Duncan Robinson's just taking bad threes right now. PJ Tucker's not had a real impact. Bam and the Bows played well in the paint, but if Miami wants to win this game, they need other guys to pitch in, and they had to stop fouling because the Clippers are in the bonus already.
Oh yeah, great list, G Money. I mean, not G Money. I'm Zach. I'm sorry.
I
Great
know this.
list.
Are you kidding me?
Listen,
Word.
my top Zach says top three in order, not in order. Jordan, Will, Kareem. I agree with
bad.
that. For me,
That's
it's
the
Jordan, Kareem, Will. That's my top three.
word. Yo, Zach actually making sense today, man. I mean, yo, the world must be coming to an end. No, I'm just joking with you, Z. It's all love, man. But
Yeah.
I really like your list, though. That's a nice list. Hey, yo, great one. What I wanted to tell you, man. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, for both of y'all, I'm going December 3rd, man. I be headed out overseas, man. So
Nice.
yeah,
December 3rd?
December 3rd.
Okay.
So I be in Hong Kong, Vancouver, and Philippines.
Nice. How long you be traveling around the world?
Yeah, for months, bro. So it's gonna be for months.
How long are you going for?
Yeah, I probably won't. Nah, I won't be in London. I probably
How
won't
long are
be
you
back
going for?
till March.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. So for a couple months.
Yeah, for a couple months, man. So I'm gonna be going for a while. You know,
Well, your
but
job allows you to work from home?
yeah, I'm working from home. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, they want me there like at least twice a week.
Mm.
They're doing
Oh,
the
yeah.
home thing now since the cases are like low. They're requiring us all to go like twice a week.
Right.
Okay, that's what's up. So what about you guys? Any of you guys traveling any time soon? I
Nah,
know.
for me, no.
Well, I'm going to Thanksgiving. I'll be at the Lions and Bears game in Detroit.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Nice.
Thanksgiving Day.
Nice. When is Thanksgiving this time anyway? Is it still on the 23rd or the 24th?
25th.
I don't remember.
Oh, the
I'll-
25th. Wow. Times is changing. The 25th. I remember it used to be on the 24th. Then they switched it to 23 a couple times. Now the 25th. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
It's
man.
probably the last Thursday of the month.
Okay. No doubt, man. But yeah, man, what y'all take on some of this NBA stuff, man? What y'all think?
I mean, so far we've had surprise teams. The Wizards have been a surprise. The Cavs have been a surprise. The Bulls have been a huge surprise. I mean, who
Oh, wait.
else?
Please,
Who?
man.
The Warriors have been a big surprise. The Suns started slow, but they've been red hot, winning 6 in a row. The Jazz have come down to earth after their great start. The Clippers have been red hot the past few games after
Oh yeah.
their slow start. So
Yo, Eric Bledsoe playing good, man.
He's played well.
Oh yeah. Hey, yo, as Stephen A. Smith said, the Warriors should be a lock to win the championship.
Lock.
Dog.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do win.
Huh?
Yeah, but you have to understand, we don't know. I'm tired of repeating myself, but guys, no disrespect to Zach as a person, but guys like Zach, Stephen A., who are on the Warriors bandwagon, oh, the Warriors going to win the championship. Oh, they're going to the
No,
NBA.
I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
I mean, you wouldn't be surprised, but to be honest, other than Steph Curry and maybe Draymond Green, who do you really trust in that team? Because Klay Thompson.
Well, hold on. I don't trust Draymond Green at all.
In the playoffs, you don't?
No, definitely not now.
I pick them to win. I don't pick them to win, but if they do win, I'm not going to be like shocked because they're still a contending team.
No, they're a good team, but you also have to consider this. There's a lot of guys on that team that don't have enough playoff experience. Jordan Poole, Damian Lee, Otto Porter, even Andrew Wiggins.
Even the first time they won, when they won the first time, they didn't have playoff experience either.
They had playoff experience. Iguodala been in the playoffs. Curry been in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he's a role player, though. He's a role player.
Doesn't matter. They had playoff experience at the time. They had playoff experience.
The farthest Andre Iguodala has been to before that was the second round. He didn't go any deep.
I know, but they've still been to the playoffs. All I'm saying is some of these guys have been to the playoffs at the time. The Warriors now, who's been to the playoffs other than Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Iggy.
Otto Porter's been in the playoffs.
Now with this roster, what do you think, Prince?
No, I mean that roster from back in the day was completely different. Those guys, those guys know how to execute and play winning basketball. Mm-hmm. I mean, and they gelled all together. This is just a group of young cats that's learning how to play. You know, and here's the funny part about it, man.
And Klay was healthy at that time.
Exactly. And yo, you think out of every 10 games in the regular season, the Warriors are just going to lose once? Come on, man.
I mean, let me check.
at this rate, you know.
Wait, so how far do you have them going, G-Money?
Second round. Zach, you can't keep overhyping to what you see in the regular season. Example, the Utah Jazz won 52 games last year. What did they do in the playoffs? Nothing.
Right. Yeah, we can hear you, great one.
Have a superstar, though. Steph Curry's a true superstar.
Yeah, I understand that, but teams are going to double and triple team him in the playoffs. They're not going to just let him go off like that. Like, you got to look at the facts, man. You can't base what you see in the regular season all the time. Like, oh, they're going to do this in the playoffs. Teams will make adjustments, man.
So if you had to pick a series between the Suns and the Warriors, take the Suns?
Suns, yes. Because here's the reason why I picked the Suns. Klay Thompson's not going to be it's not truly healthy. His defense is going to be a little bit weaker. You got to consider these things. And also, DeAndre Ayton will feast on the Warriors in the paint. They have no real shot blocking. And also, Chris Paul, yes, he may be old, but I seen Chris Paul slow down Steph Curry before in the playoffs, though, back in 2018.
What about would you pick the Warriors or the Jazz?
Yo, Klay didn't play basketball like 2.5 years.
Warriors or Jazz, that's tough, man. I might give a slight edge towards the Warriors. I'll probably give that to Golden State.
Because I think the only other threat is because the Lakers are going to be a low seed, so they could play the Suns in the second round. That's possible. Because they're going to be they're not going to be higher than fourth.
Yeah, but Zach, you can't just assume that Klay's going to be healthy. The Warriors are not winning the championship. Are we even sure they can? If they were to make the finals, are we sure they could beat a fully healthy Brooklyn Nets team or the Milwaukee Bucks or even the Miami Heat? Are we sure? Because Klay hasn't played in 2 years. It's not that hard to understand.
Bro, I don't think the Warriors could beat the Lakers. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
A 7-game series, they ain't beating the Lakers.
Exactly. Who's gonna stop AD in the paint?
You know how Westbrook is.
Doesn't matter. Who's gonna stop AD in the paint?
No.
My point. Who's gonna stop LeBron James when healthy?
If I don't trust that.
I got one question.
I have to trust him, but I'm giving you a fact.
Unless they trade Russell Westbrook, I don't see the Lakers doing anything this year.
I mean, we're not saying to win the title. That's not what we're saying. I'm just saying that
1 point game.
Off 1 point game. Larry had a 4-point play and a 3-point play. I'm just saying is that I'm not going to be on the Warriors bandwagon. Oh, we don't know how Klay's going to look in the playoffs. He hasn't played in 2 years. People just think that he'll just come in and drop 40 and play great defense. It's not going to work like that. He has to get in basketball shape.
Okay, so out of people here, me and G Money not on the Warriors bandwagon. What about you, great one?
You on the Warriors bandwagon?
You
What'd
rocking
you
with
say?
them this year? Are you on
on
the?
the Warriors? Even with the facts I have given you, you're gonna ignore that and still be on the Warriors bandwagon?
I
Are you
mean,
drink? Are you drinking that Golden State Kool-Aid right now? It's
I
all
mean,
right
I'm in
if you think
between.
they could go. Okay, you in
Like, I
between.
can see them go to the final. Like I said, I would not be surprised if they do make the finals.
All right. Do you think
Hmm.
they will make the finals?
It's too early to tell.
Okay, no,
If I
that's
had
a
to put
wise.
money on it, if I had to put,
That's a
if I
smart
had to put
answer.
money on it,
To me, no.
if I had to
To
put
me,
money on it, no. But then I didn't. If I had to put the money on the Bucks last year, I wouldn't have picked them either.
yeah, but the Bucks were a different team. Here's the difference with the Bucks and the Warriors. First of all, Milwaukee had a
I'll
two-time.
be honest. I didn't even have the Bucks beating the. I thought the Heat would beat the Bucks last year.
Yeah, but you can't compare the two teams because here's the difference. Milwaukee had some playoff experience in the team, and two, the fact that yes, Giannis got hurt, but Giannis still looked really, really good though, and also the fact that at least Giannis didn't miss 2 years of injury, and also the fact that Drew Holiday was a good lockdown defender. Chris Middleton was a clutch performer. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? So you can't really compare the two. So it's like the Warriors. It's like
If I have to pick, I'd probably take the Warriors to go to the conference finals.
I mean, it depends if Clay's healthy. It depends, and I have to see the other guys. Though. I don't know why people are on this team's bandwagon. To me, listen, I'm not disrespecting Golden State. They're a good team, but
Yo, imagine if they go on to win like 69 or 70 games though. That'd be crazy.
Sneak around. Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
I know.
I can't see them doing it though.
Right now, I feel like the Bulls are overachieving. Like I feel like they remind me of the 2015 Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They won like over 60 games, and then they got swept.
True, and the Bulls are not going to the finals. I don't know why people thought, oh, the Bulls are going to. The Bulls are good, but people, chill. They're not going to the NBA finals.
No, I feel like the Bulls are completely overachieving right now.
No, not you. On top of Zach, how are the Bulls coming out the East? Like, dude, this team.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bulls fans that think they're going to beat the Nets and everyone.
Because they're stupid. They're dumbasses. That's why they're dumbasses. Because here's the thing. You can't base one game in the regular season saying, "Oh, they're gonna beat a team." You can't do that, okay? Because
I think right now the way the Bulls are playing, they might be the first seed. The way it's going,
yeah, but what does that mean?
Yeah, like I said, they remind me of the 2015 Hawks.
Okay, but I'm not seeing you. You're objective. I'm just talking about the people who think the Bulls are going to the finals and this and that. They're not going to the finals. Are they going to beat a healthy Bucks team in the playoffs? No. Are they going to even beat the Miami Heat in the playoffs? No. If the Brooklyn Nets are healthy, are they going to beat them in the playoffs? No. So what are we talking about? Because here's the thing. DeRozan is good, but he's a playoff choker. We haven't seen Zach LaVine in the playoffs. Vucevic is good, but he doesn't have that much playoff experience. And also the fact that Caruso is good, but if Alex Caruso is the most experienced player on the team, no disrespect to Caruso, you have a problem.
Right.
And the Bulls can't rebound the ball. That's another reason too. Why did they play the Bucks? Rebounding.
True that. Yo, any one of y'all buying Scottie Pippen's book?
Nah.
I think I passed on that.
At most, I'd probably rent it at the library.
So, Zach, so you're making my point too, Zach. Zach, you're making my point. So you can't assume the Warriors will be healthy, right? You see how Zach just contradicted himself, Prince? You can't assume everybody will be healthy. Okay, but you're assuming Clay is going to be healthy. So doesn't that contradict your point?
Z said he's going to buy it. Man, you're going to buy a book full of lies? Yo, Scottie Pippen was on national TV and said he wanted to be recognized as the GOAT.
You know, I heard a funny story.
Funny story about these teams won't be healthy.
What's it called? I heard a funny story about Pippen. You know what he said?
What?
Scottie Pippen.
What?
So before Game 7 of the Western Conference Final against the Lakers,
yeah,
showed the whole team his rings. Yo, look at my rings. Let's go get ourselves another one.
Yeah, okay. And then you got beat by a young Kobe. You got waxed by a young Kobe.
They had a 15-point fourth quarter lead in the process.
Exactly. If you was that great, like the GOAT, like you claim you are, how come you can't beat them then? They were babies.
When you hear these other players talk about Pippen, like Isaiah Thomas, he was like, Isaiah Thomas said, I had no problem with Michael, Magic, Larry saying they don't want me on a dream team, but Scottie Pippen said that.
Yeah, like go sit somewhere. Go sit down somewhere, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, another thing too. I was watching those open court sessions, open court with those guys.
Yeah. I know what
I
you're
remember,
talking about. I put the clip on one of my videos. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I remember
No,
one time Charles
Zach, hang
Barkley
on,
tried to
guys, guys,
compare.
guys, guys. Can I say something?
Word.
Zach,
Yeah.
you can praise the Warriors and Bulls as much as you want, but that's regular season stuff. It doesn't
Word.
mean they're going to translate into the playoffs. Example, the Utah Jazz won 52 games last year. What happened in the playoffs? Nothing. The Atlanta Hawks in 2015 won 60 games. What happened in the playoffs? Nothing. You can praise all these teams all you want, but you also have to consider this too. The Warriors have had an easy schedule if you really think about it.
Word.
Hey Prince, you want to tell you the Warriors schedule who they've been so far?
Yeah, I know it's pretty easy. You know what I'm
Other
saying?
than the Lakers, what legit team they played? Let's see. They beat the banged up Clippers, the freaking Kings, the Thunder twice. They beat the Hornets who are average, the Pelicans and the Rockets who are trash, the Timberwolves who are trash, and the average Hawks team. What great team they play other than the Lakers?
Word.
And they're playing
Yep.
the Bulls. Okay. They got the Hornets again. Okay. Who are average. The Nets, that's a loss. They got the Cavs who are average. The Pistons, really. The Raptors who are average. The banged up 76ers. The average Blazers. The banged up Clippers. And they got the Suns. What great teams are they playing? They're at championship level.
Word. And yo, great one. What you saying?
No, I was saying, so they were talking about
Hold on.
they're basically saying how Grant Hill was the original LeBron,
Yeah.
and Charles Barkley says no, that was Scottie Pippen. They're like, oh, like the whole crew was like, no. I'm like, they're like, they didn't talk about Scottie Pippen. They don't respect him.
I know, because he's saying crazy stuff, man. He just need to sell books. He wanna, but I think he's just doing that to sell books,
And
man.
that's the other thing too.
He probably running low on some
how-
money, man.
He talking about how he didn't get paid for the Last Dance. I'm like, why don't you negotiate that before you did the thing? Like, why would you do
Exactly.
the?
Yeah, Warriors have great chemistry, but again,
And yo-
Blaze and health and all that. I can't keep arguing with Zach, but hey,
Word.
if they want to think the Warriors will win the championship, hey,
Word.
they can believe
Hey.
that. But once they lose in the playoffs, I don't want to hear about injury excuses. I don't want to hear about COVID. I don't want to hear nothing because I warn people about this.
Word. And yo,
I'm
you
sorry
know,
for apologizing. I'm sorry.
oh, it's all good. Yo, you know the funny thing about it though is, well, what did they say? Man, I forget what I was about to say about this. No, what were you saying before? A great one.
No, I was already saying
Pippen.
Yeah.
he's mad that he didn't get paid. Why don't you negotiate how much?
Oh
you're
yeah,
getting?
yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, Rick Ross exposed Pippen and said, "Hey, that's your job to get paid. If you want to do something for free, that's on you."
Negotiate that before you do it.
Exactly. Like if you know it's going to be free, you can have the choice and say, "Hey, if you're not paying me no money, don't put my footage on this documentary." Simple as that. But you know exactly what was on that documentary because you signed off on it.
And the other thing too, he said that Michael Jordan didn't want to. He's like, Michael Jordan did a documentary because he was like afraid of LeBron. People might think LeBron.
That's a joke, man. That thing been in the making for quite some time.
They had the footage for years, but Michael Jordan didn't approve it.
Right.
They've always had in plan to release the documentary, but Michael Jordan was negotiating how much he was getting paid for it.
Right. And he got a good bag out of it. $10 million is a good bag out of it. You know, I mean, that's Scottie Pippen's fault for not being.
The Warriors beat the
know what I'm
Lakers in the first. I said, other than the Lakers, the Warriors haven't played an amazing team. Listen to what I said, Zach. And by the way, that's the first game of the season, bro. Like, look, I'm sorry for interrupting you guys.
No. Hold on. It's okay, man. I mean, we could have multiple conversations, man. No problem. You know?
It's like, and Clippers beat the Heat. They win the 7th straight game. Great win for them. But the problem I have with these people, like, oh, the Warriors are great chemistry. Yeah, they have great chemistry. But like I said, have you seen Clay play the game yet? It's like people tell me you can't assume everybody will be healthy. Okay, so if you're going to tell me that, then you cannot assume the Warriors will be healthy, right, Prince?
That's true.
So it's like Zach just contradicted himself. So it's
it's just a little too early to even be calling them title contenders. They weren't even on.
Anything about the Jazz last year. What happened? And
I feel like we're not really talk about the championships.
Word.
They're not winning the title this year. They're not. Even if they were to somehow make the finals, how did they beat the Bucks 4 times? Because here's the thing.
Let me ask you this: can the Warriors beat a healthy Clippers team?
A fully healthy Clippers team?
Yeah.
That gets tricky, man. That gets tricky. Because here's the thing. Kawhi Leonard, when healthy, is a beast in the playoffs on both sides of the ball. Paul George had played better a little bit. And also, the Clippers, if Ibaka is healthy, you have another stretch big.
You think they could be a healthy Nuggets.
A fully healthy Nuggets. I'll probably give a slight edge towards the Warriors. Slight, but the Nuggets could beat them. That'll go 50-50. That'll go 50-50.
Let me guess, the Clippers won?
The Clippers won the game. Yeah, they beat the Heat by 3. They won the 7th straight game, so they're starting to pick things up.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Paul George he's the MVP candidate right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that yet, man. I still get Steph and Giannis.
Zach, you just contradicted yourself. You said the Warriors won't. You said that no one can be healthy. You just said that we can't say it will be healthy. Okay, so you can't assume that Klay Thompson will be healthy or James Wiseman will be healthy. And like I said, playoff experience means something. When the Warriors won the title in 2015, the guys I just named had some sort of playoff experience. Look at the Warriors roster now. Damian Lee hasn't been to the playoffs. Jordan Poole hasn't been to the playoffs. Wiseman hasn't been to the playoffs. Otto Porter has only been to the playoffs one time in his whole career. Wiggins, one time in his whole career. Iguodala's getting old. Klay hasn't played a game in 2 years.
Yo, let me ask you this: Who's your early season MVP then?
That's tough, man.
We got to be 10, 11 games in.
Well, there's Steph, there's KD. It's tough.
I got Steph. Yeah, he's jumping in there, but I got Steph, Giannis, and KD.
All right, the Warriors are great in the regular season, Zach. That's what you're
what you said.
Yeah, it's the regular season. It's not the playoffs, bro. Any team can win the regular season. Doesn't mean they're gonna do this in the playoffs. Like, I don't know why people think that the Warriors are gonna win the title this year. Like, look, I like the team; they're a good team, but it's like, dude, you can't buy into what they do in the regular season. And say, oh, they're gonna do this in the playoffs, because any team can win in the regular season. Any team can. The Atlanta Hawks won 60 games in 2015 and had a 19-game winning streak in the span. They did nothing in the playoffs. You can't fall for what these teams do. Like, you know what I mean, man?
What would you say in Great One about your top 3 MVPs?
And Steph can get hurt too, right? Steph Curry can have an injury too in the playoffs. Do we think of that?
Well, yeah. Say that Great One. What you were saying?
Probably Steph, Paul George.
Yeah, PG. Yeah.
The third one, I don't know, because MVP has a lot to do with seeding. What seed you are?
But you don't get Giannis on that list. You don't think he?
Nah, the Bucks are 8th seed. Nah.
Oh,
like it depends.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true. That's true.
You have to be. True. You basically have to be a seed to win the MVP.
Oh yeah, of course. That's 9th seed. My fault. Let me change. Bucks are 9th seed. My fault.
Yeah. Usually, when you win an MVP, you have to be playing lights out basketball, and your team has to be winning.
Mm-hmm.
No, so that's usually they only make exceptions if you're doing something historic, but like you're still leading your team to the playoffs.
Like Westbrook did.
Yeah, because he was going to get that because of the triple-double thing. But if he just was playing hard and winning games, he wouldn't won an MVP.
Right.
Personally, that Kawhi should have won that year.
Whoa.
Are you talking about 2017?
16.
16, he should have won MVP. Nah, Steph Curry.
Oh, sorry. 2017. My bad. 2017.
Wait, hold on. Who you saying y'all? Nobody said anything about LeBron can't be stopped.
What does LeBron have to do with anything? We're not even talking about LeBron at all.
Yeah, LeBron was stopped last season. We didn't give him no pass. We called him out on the way he was taught how he played. But he said that we acting like LeBron can't be stopped.
LeBron has flaws. Dude, here's the thing. I did not even pick the Lakers to win the title this season. In fact, I don't even think they'll even make the finals. I got the Suns. I don't know what people are talking about. LeBron's not even the GOAT for me. He's in my top 5, but he's not even the GOAT.
Yeah,
I mean, what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't understand what they're saying. I don't understand.
Wait, what point are you trying to make? No,
nobody here slurping LeBron James, man. There ain't no LeBron slurpers over here. We respect the guy, but we ain't going to be on our knees for him.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, no, he was saying that we acting like LeBron. He can't be stopped. Yeah, like I never said anything about LeBron can't be stopped.
Me neither. So I don't know what
LeBron took a lot of heat today.
Say that again.
Did you hear why LeBron took a lot of heat today?
Why?
You know that whole Rittenhouse thing? The guy who started crying in court?
No, I don't think I heard about it.
No, basically this one dude, he basically shot a bunch of people at a rally, and he claims he was self-defense, but in court he was crying like a baby. Right. And LeBron called him out for having fake tears. You're looking like you had some Sour Patch or sour lemons or something like that. And everybody started attacking LeBron.
Oh yeah, man. I never even heard of that. Is that new? It just started like to yesterday.
Or no, the guy that he killed those people like a year ago, but the trial started this week.
Oh, okay. All right.
LeBron basically on Twitter, LeBron basically called him out for fake crying, and everyone like attacked LeBron. Like LeBron took so much heat today.
Oh yeah. And yo, what y'all think about Dame Dollar talking about the referee needs to change?
Dame needs to chillax. Dame's a great player and he can shoot. But like you said, Prince, he needs to relax, man. Hey,
just be quiet and play basketball. Because when you call out the refs, that puts a target on your back even more.
Right. And I said this a million times with Dame. You didn't have to stay in Portland. You didn't have to sign that 4-year extension in 2019. People like saying he didn't have a team, blah, 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 blah. But if that were the case, why did you stay? And here's another thing, too. There's been times in the playoffs that CJ balled out, Melo balled out, Norman Powell balled out, Nurkic balled out, hell, LaMarcus Aldridge balled out, so Seth Curry. So I'm not going to act and say they never had help. But if he never had help, according to these people, why do we keep giving him excuses for him staying on the roster if you know he don't have the talent to win?
And he came up short sometimes. Let's just keep it real.
He did. 40% shooting in the playoffs is unacceptable. Yeah. 22-39 in the playoffs is all you need to know. He's a great player. He's a Hall of Famer. I believe he's a first ballot, in my opinion. He's a top 3 Portland Trailblazer of all time. Trailblazer, top 3 player for them all time. But I'm sorry, there's been times in the playoffs in which he has underperformed. Series you won, but who he played in the playoffs. But 22-39 in the playoffs is all you need to know. If they wanted a better team and a better coach, you didn't have to sign the extension. You know how back in the day we killed Carmelo Anthony for staying in New York? I know the money, but it's the same situation. We don't want to give Melo an excuse when he lost with New York, but Dame gets excuses when he loses in Portland. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Wait. Yeah, we know LeBron lost 6 finals, but
we know that. We're not saying to go. We're not saying that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even make excuses for the guy. You know, nobody here don't.
No. So, like example, 2007. There's no excuse for him getting swept. 2011, he choked against Dallas. 2014, he stat padded versus San Antonio. 2017, he got destroyed by Golden State.
Yeah, I hear about that. About that though. I thought that year was an even matchup with that finals. Because bro, look, both of them had big threes, and then they had just role players. You know, it's just LeBron was getting outplayed by Kevin Durant. It's just simple as that.
And Durant outscored LeBron in the fourth quarter. I think it was 46-27 in the fourth quarter, something like that. That's embarrassing. And Zach, I like the Wizards. They're not elite. Okay. It's early, man. It's 11 games, man. It's like, why do people overhype with these teams? Listen, the Wizards are good, but they're not elite. Okay. It's 11 games.
Now he's making sense on the Scottie Pippen quote, though. Because when Jordan left, Scottie Pippen only stepped his game up by averaging 20 points. He went from 16 to 20 points a game. That's it. So that means he only been averaging 2 more baskets. And he was shooting over 40% come playoff time. That's bad. You mean you can't get 45? You can't get 50? Come on, man. Off a measly 20 points? But he's supposed to be the GOAT. It's sad, man.
It's tough. I mean, Scotty's a good player, but the problem with Scotty, like you said, his offense is inconsistent. And he whined too much. And to me, Scotty thinks he's better than what he is. Yes. Did he help MJ win rings? Yeah, he did. But if you're Pippen, it's like, dude, you were number 2 on a championship team. Okay?
Exactly. I mean, nothing more. 2. And we gave you props for being a good number 2. I mean, we're not giving you any more than that.
Mm-hmm. You helped the Bulls. We gave you credit. In my opinion, I don't think Jordan carried Pippen. That is me. But I don't think he carried him. But what Pippen needs to understand is that you are not the man in Chicago. Were you were you a huge piece for them? Yeah, you helped the Bulls win because of your defense,
Yeah.
and you were good slashing the basket. But offensively, you were inconsistent, and also there were times in which you came up short. We're not saying you're not good, Pippen. You're a
yeah.
good player. You're a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah.
But Scotty, you're not a superstar.
And
You're not your all-star best.
here's the funny part. He's trying to downgrade Michael's flu game, but he's the same guy that missed a game against the Detroit Pistons, Game 7, because he had a so-called headache. So
Wow.
at least Jordan's played, and when Jordan played, when he had the flu, he dropped 38.
I thought it was food poisoning. Was it the flu? I thought it was food poisoning.
Flu, headache, he had all those type of symptoms. So let's just round it off to that. But when Scottie Pippen was having migraines, you didn't even play, bro. And then there was another time you played with a headache and you went 1 for 8. That was it.
Zach's asking, can Kuzma win most improved player? He has a shot. He still has a chance. He's been really good this year. Kuzma, Harold, he's been really good. It's still kind of early because it's only 11 games. But Kuzma has been the most improved player so far this season, in my opinion.
I haven't predicted it to happen because I knew he was going to flourish without LeBron.
And he's so far, and Montrezl Harrell and KCP.
Yeah, have you noticed the players always flourish without LeBron?
I want to ask you: do you think the Wizards will make the playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Prince? Do you think Washington is making the playoffs?
I think they're going to be in the buy-in. I don't know if they're going to make it though.
Oh, you talking about the play-in?
Yeah, the play-in. Sorry, yeah.
Right now, what seed are they? Aren't they like top
number 1 seed in the East? 1.
I think they're going to dip off. They're going to come crashing down to reality at some point.
That's true because teams will get stronger and stronger.
Oh, yeah.
And also, like I said, adjustments. The Wizards are good, but I'm saying is that people are overhyping, like, oh, this team's elite. It's 11 games, bro. Like, it's the regular season. It's like, you can't fall for what these teams do in the regular season. I've seen this before. Like, come on. I don't buy into the regular season too much because it's like, it's not going to tell me what's going to happen in the playoffs. Like, the Sixers, they had the best record in the East last year. What did they do in the playoffs? Choke to the Hawks.
Oh, word. And yo, let me ask Great One this. This is non-basketball, so just want to get his quick opinion on it. Yo, Cam Newton going back to the Panthers. What you think?
I think they'll be I see them being a wild card team because I know Cam's kind of old.
Yeah.
But I see them being a wild card, like 6th seed.
Yeah, okay.
Or 7, because right now, it's 7 teams right now, so I could see them make the playoffs.
Okay, Superman's back though.
But he's kind of old though.
He's an old Superman.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's been in the league for like over 10 years now.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know what you thought about that real quick.
Yeah.
But
you see the Ravens and Dolphins game?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was shocked. The Dolphins pulled it out.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, Odell Beckham signed with what? LA Rams?
Yep.
That's
they got
true?
Von Miller too. I think they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Odell Beckham signed with the Rams?
Yep.
How did I not know about that? When was this?
Oh, my fault. Clippers on a 6-game winning streak. My fault, not 7. Excuse me, 6-game winning streak. Clippers.
Oh, okay.
It happened today.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why.
No, and they got Von Miller too.
Damn. Yo, the Rams are stacked, bro.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna win the Super Bowl. The only other team that might beat them are the Bucks because Tom Brady always finds a way to win.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't see any other team, even the Bills, because the Bills have so many like off games.
Word. I hear that, man. But yeah, man. G Money, what you saying before? You said
I'm saying that the Clippers were on the 6-game winning streak. I thought 7. And you just saw that Pacers Jazz game. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Miles Turner, and got ejected. You should have watched that game. They got ejected because they were in some fights.
Oh, let me tell y'all about that. What y'all think about the Joker hit?
It was his right. He had the right to do that.
Yeah, I think so too. But only thing
Morris get suspended too, or only Jokic did?
I think only
Jokic got suspended for 1 game. That was against the Pacers.
What about Morris?
He got suspended too.
Oh, then that's right. If both of them got suspended, I don't have a problem with that. But if Jokic got suspended, not Morris, then there's something wrong with that.
Oh yeah. Now I don't mind it. I don't mind him getting back at him, but at least do it when his back is not turned. You know, do it. Go to him and face him and do that.
Why do you turn his back though? You hit him that hard and you just turn away.
Zach
I know you should expect that.
Playoffs. Hang on, guys. Zach is saying that Cleveland's going to make the playoffs. It's too early. I don't
they
know.
lost Colin Sexton too.
And exactly, he's because he has a meniscus. He's gonna be out for weeks. Look, the Cavs are good. Don't fall for what's going on to start the season. People, listen. The Cavs are good. Yes, there's Darius Garland, Osman, Jared Allen. Yes, that Rubio. They have a good team. But like you said, great one. Colin Sexton's gonna be out for a while because of the meniscus. Also, look, example, the Atlanta Hawks. They look like crap right now. They're gonna get better at some point. The Pacers will get better at some point.
What
The
do you guys
Bucks
think
will get
about the Hornets?
The Hornets are pretty underrated. They're inconsistent right now, but they're pretty underrated. But let's be honest, man. The Cavs are not making the playoffs. They're not. Because let's look at the top 8. You got Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami, that's 3. Philly, that's 4. Atlanta's going to be better, that's 5. New York, that's 6. What else is there? Chicago, that's 7. It's 9 orders. I'm just talking about teams who are going to make the playoffs.
Knicks.
I said New York.
Oh, you said New York.
And number 8 is like
Probably Boston or something.
Boston, maybe, or even Charlotte. Where's
I heard they were going to try trading Ben Simmons for Jaylen Brown, right?
Which I don't understand why they'll do that. I don't think they'll do it. I'm not going to fall for it. They're not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good fit for that team either.
I mean, Zach, yeah, you were right about the Clippers. The Clippers, I mean, it's still kind of early because I still got to see what this team does late in the season. To me, I don't buy what teams doing early in the season. I don't buy into that stuff. Because teams could go 8-2 to start the season doesn't mean they'll keep it up late in the season. You know what I mean? Just like, you know.
And yo, check
Atlanta's
this out.
4-8, but it's early. Zach, it's early. The Hawks were
Check this
14-20 to start last year. And then they went, 27-11 to finish the season to win 41 games. The Hawks still have plenty of time, man. It's not over.
Check this out. Since that Joker hit, don't you notice some NBA games been getting more rough now? Yeah. It's getting a little old schoolish. It's not quite there. But I'm liking the fact that it's getting back physical. And that's because the refs aren't blowing whistles. Now, only if we could limit 3-point shooting, NBA would be a perfect product. Hand checking will limit that 3-point shooting. And that'll be more fun, too. So now you have to earn your 3-point shot.
And
instead of getting a wide open.
I never liked the 3-second defensive call. I love doing centers used to camp in the paint. Now they don't.
Yeah, you know, they did that because of Shaq.
Yeah, like in the 90s, guys like Patrick Ewing, Hakeem, they all camp in the paint where it would be impossible to score inside.
Yeah, you know, they had to get those guys out of there. That's what they wanted. But I like the fact that the NBA is getting a little more physical. This is what I'm talking about. It don't have to be guys clotheslining each other, but don't call every foul, and that's what I like.
Right. Indiana will make it over Boston. I can see that. But Zach, if the Cavs are making the playoffs, who's going to drop out? I just need the teams, the top 8. Miami, it's 9 order. Miami, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, New York, Philly, Chicago, that's 6. Atlanta's going to still turn things around, that's 7. And number 8 is either Indiana or Boston. Where's Cleveland in this? How are they making the playoffs? It's early. Like, I don't know why people buy into this. Oh, the Cavs are 7-5. Look, they look good now, but it's early in the season.
Zach overs every team.
I agree, man. The Warriors are gonna make the finals. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, did he just say Bulls will make the
Bulls
finals?
are going to the finals. No, they're not. Like, no. The Bulls are good. Yes, they'll be in the playoffs. We all can agree they're gonna make the playoffs. But it's like this. No, Chicago, will they be a tough out? Yes, but they're not going to the finals. And the Warriors, again, I'm tired of repeating myself with Golden State because it's not going to get into Zach's brain. It's not going to get into Stephen A's brain and people who love this Warriors team.
But just let them rock, G Money. Then when the time comes, you can say I told you so. So
this is just me. I really don't have to wait and see what half of these teams. I already know what's going to happen to half of these teams because it's like, come on, I'm being realistic. Come June 2022,
you may
the Bulls and Warriors in the finals. Yeah,
you may know what's going to happen to those teams, but those people got their hopes up. So when the time comes, you can say, "G Money told you so." You know, just sit back and wait.
They're going to be in the lottery next year.
So wait, hang on. Zach says Washington, Cleveland. It's 9 order: New York, Chicago, Brooklyn, Miami, Philly, Milwaukee. So you're telling me Atlanta's not going to turn things around? And you're telling me that Boston might not turn things around? Or Indiana? The Wizards, maybe. The Wizards might. Who knows? They might. The Cavs is way too early. It's like, okay, and Colin Sexton's out for a while. Yes, they have a good team. But why was it Darius Garland gets hurt? He's injury prone too. Do we think of that?
Word.
Like I said,
Kevin
right now
Love.
it's too early to talk about this because you have to wait till March to have those conversations.
See, I think great when you like what happens after All-Star break.
Yeah,
When teams
That's
start to
when-
clamp down.
that's when you
Yeah.
know who's who.
Yeah.
Right now you can say pretty much everyone's frauds.
Mm.
I disagree with that point. I disagree with that point. But I don't disagree with that. For some teams, I already know who's going to make the playoffs. Other teams, I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, in basketball, it's a little obvious sometimes.
It's kind of like when you're in a class, you take a grade. You got A on your quiz. Okay, let's see what you do in the final exam.
Yeah, but that's not a good comparison. It's not. Because here's the thing. Like, for example, let's be realistic. The Nets are making the playoffs. The Bucks are making the playoffs. The Heat are making the playoffs. The Knicks are making the playoffs. The Suns are making the playoffs. The Lakers are making the playoffs. The Jazz are making the playoffs. Those teams, the Bulls probably are going to make the playoffs. Those teams are going to make the playoffs. We got to be realistic. You can't always assume an injury is going to happen. You can't always assume that. So it's like, so those teams are making the playoffs. The Mavs are making the playoffs. The Nuggets are making the playoffs. The Clippers, maybe. I said the Warriors are making the playoffs. So I know who's going to be in the playoffs for most of the teams. I just don't know what seeding they'll be.
Yeah.
Word. Hey, yo, y'all know when I do my live overseas, it'd be normal time for you guys, but for me, it's going to be like 2 or 3 in the morning, bro.
Wow.
It's such a difference with the time. You know,
Tell me about it.
I got to figure
probably-
out how to get
if
stuff
it's a
done.
weekend, I wouldn't mind coming on here late.
Yeah.
The weekend.
Yeah, man.
So
I
2 or
mean,
3 in the morning, that's when we will go on live, right?
for me, yeah, but for you guys, it'd be like in the afternoon or the evening, you know, normal time. You know,
Right,
so
right.
I'm going by American time when I go on live because, you know,
You're probably gonna go on when the games are on, right?
yeah, I'm trying to go on when the games are on. You know, but I get to view games differently over there. You know, for me, it's like early in the morning, bro. The games is like 5 a.m. in the morning to watch basketball games, but for you guys, it's the afternoon. You
Wait,
know?
so how are you gonna watch them? Do you have League Pass or what?
No, we have cable over there, so you know.
All in Philippines.
Yeah, so I mean,
Do they give you like all the games or only like national games?
I think you could order League Pass because the basketball in Philippines is very big.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I get my share of basketball. Yo, G Money, when you was in Africa, is NBA big over there?
Not as much, no. And speaking of Africa, when I was in Africa, games usually start around like midnight or whatever because time zone.
Yeah.
So it was like really late.
That was kind of brutal to pit up with, right? Because you gotta adjust your body to that because you're not used to it.
Right.
Yeah, the only country I've been outside recently was probably Canada.
Okay,
And
All
Canada, they're all Raptors fans.
man, that's hockey. You know, continental
No,
hockey.
but I know
right there.
there's some
Hockey and
there's some
basketball.
pretty diehard
Yeah.
Raptors fans though.
Okay.
Jurassic Park. You ever been to Jurassic Park, man?
No, I haven't been to Toronto, but I mean, yeah, I know they're big on basketball now.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a team in Vancouver. They should have kept that team.
Yeah. No,
They
but
used to
Toronto's
do-
a bigger city though.
Yeah,
Huh?
right.
Toronto's probably like the biggest city in Canada.
they were the
Okay.
Vancouver
It's like they're
Grizzlies.
New York, LA type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a Vancouver Grizzlies. You know,
Yeah.
they should have
No,
kept
but
the team over
Vancouver
there.
was a small market though. Toronto's
Yeah,
a
and they were a bad franchise. They were terrible.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
No, but the thing though, Toronto's like a bigger city. It's a big market, while Vancouver was a small market.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Alright.
man. Yeah. So you're saying that your MVPs early for me is Steph. You can make a case for Zach LaVine. KD for me.
But you said Zach LaVine.
I said MVP candidates. Candidates
So
early.
you think
early
he's top
ones.
3?
For now, you can make a case. Yes.
I don't
you have
think he's
the-
top 3. I think that's too high. I think Paul George is above him for MVP.
Yeah, but Clippers are like 7 seed. So they're like 7 seed. So
Yeah, but like I said, these seeding is like the first seed and the 8th seed are like one game behind.
sorry, Clippers are 6 seed.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
No, but the thing I'm saying though is like the first seed and the 8th seed is like in the East is like one game behind, 2 games behind.
Yeah,
Even in
great.
the West, it's like
Great
one.
when you're not sold on the Bulls too much. I take it. You don't look like you sold on them too much.
Like I said, I think it's overachieving right now because like they don't have like Gideon said, like the Bulls are not going to finals. Come on.
Yeah.
And also, playoff experience will matter. This will matter, though. We haven't seen Zach
Like
LaVine
Prince,
in
you think
playoffs.
the Knicks are going to playoffs? I mean, finals?
No, hell no. We go to the playoffs though.
No.
And by the way,
right now
people
there's
say-
like Bulls fans that are crazy though. Like a lot of my Bulls friends.
And Zach, I want to throw this out there. I know the Wizards are number 1 in the East, but you do understand that Bradley Beal is shooting 41% from the field and 25% from 3, right? How is he an MVP candidate? I know the Wizards are number 1 in the East, but Bradley Beal is shooting 41% from the field and 25% from 3. That's ass.
With a capital A.
Capital A. Bradley Beal is good. I like Bradley Beal. He's a good player, but he's not an MVP candidate this year.
So I
Yeah,
saw a
the-
funny tweet the other day. It was like he showed the stats of the Wizards players: Montrez, KCP, Kuzma. This guy goes, "Oh, Lakers could sure use players like these."
And they had them. And here's the craziness. They called these guys bums last year. But when they go to the Wizards and a Washington team that's overachieved, now Laker fans want them back. It's crazy.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something about this, about Westbrook. I don't know if I'm the only one saying this, but don't you think when every time they lose, it's always Westbrook's fault? He the only guy people talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's a scapegoat.
yeah, he's like, come on, man. We understand he did some bad things in the game, but you got to keep some energy for everybody on the team, especially if he's not even viewed as the best player.
Because like if you move that ball around, because they have the pieces, if you just move the ball around, you're gonna win game. Like you can't stop. They can't stop them if they move the ball around.
But what you think
like
of this
full ball movement?
What you think of this Westbrook criticism, though? I mean, like
I know it's not all on him, but he does deserve it because, like I said, when you watch him play, he's so sloppy with the ball. Yeah. And I hate how he just hangs onto the ball for like 20 seconds, and he wants his teammate to bail him out. That's not how you win basketball games. You gotta move the ball around, like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not saying he don't deserve no blame, but he's not even considered the best player on the team. Yeah. We acting like he's the best player on the team, and he has to lift the Lakers to the title.
So, I mean, LeBron's out, and then it's AD and him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they should trade him because he doesn't fit that team.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I just don't see it. I don't think
I can see it because he's gonna be a big problem in the playoffs.
Well, but who are they going to trade for? You can't just trade it from anyone. Personally, for me, if they should make a trade, they should get Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon on this Laker team would fit nice on this team.
Well, you could get a bunch of – that's good. You could get a bunch of solid role players, right?
Right, role players and I don't think this is going to happen, De'Aaron Fox. I doubt it, but if there's a chance you can get De'Aaron Fox, he would fit.
If you're the Kings, would you trade – De'Aaron Fox or Russell Westbrook?
People keep saying Westbrook for Ben Simmons. Listen, that's not going to work.
Come on.
That's not going to work, Zach.
Wait, Gideon, if you're the Kings, if you're like the front office, would you trade Fox for Russell Westbrook?
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, Westbrook's a better player, but probably not. Because De'Aaron Fox is your future. Probably not.
You're going to have to give me some more.
But for the Kings, if you have Russell Westbrook, you're going to be in the playoffs.
Good point. I mean, you changed my mind. I probably would trade for Westbrook. You changed my mind. But people keep saying Westbrook for Ben Simmons. Listen, I don't think people understand Ben Simmons' thing. He can't shoot. He can't. It's like a worse version of Russell Westbrook as if Westbrook's a better shooter. Okay? It'll be a worse situation. How would he fit with LeBron and AD? Because, he can pass and defend, but he can't shoot. And teams will foul him in close games. That would be a horrible trade for the Lakers.
I was saying Simmons. If you put Simmons on the Nets and put him at power forward, I think that could work.
I'm 50-50 on him. He would fit nice. To me,
if he plays power forward, if he plays a 4 or the 5, then I think
LeBron would not. If LeBron couldn't groom Westbrook, high school groom Simmons, and Simmons is egotistical himself.
And man, some people just stuck in their ways. You're not going to change some people.
And you're not going to change Ben Simmons. Dude, he doesn't even want to play a game for Philadelphia anymore.
Or even shoot the
That's
basketball.
my point. So how will LeBron groom him? Like, do people even think before they talk? How will LeBron groom Ben Simmons? And here's what people don't seem to understand. He would not survive under the pressure in LA. If he can't survive in Philly, how's he going to survive in the big city in LA?
Yeah, all that criticism, bro. He'd he be getting Westbrook criticism. He made
Dude, they gave Danny Green death threats.
Yeah, man.
Shot in the
What
bubble.
does that mean, Zach? It doesn't matter if he's young, looks up to LeBron. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that he's going to just randomly become a better shooter and this and that. It would not work. Because here's the thing.
And he's mentally weak.
And here's the thing. You have two inconsistent shooters on your team, LeBron and Ben Simmons. And if the game is close, you're going to trust Ben Simmons in the fourth quarter if the game is close? I don't. And you should.
And they're going to do a hack of Simmons too.
That's my point. Is he gonna hit free throws? I'm sure not.
So that 32% looking real good.
So how would he win the playoffs?
Let's get it straight. How are you gonna have a hacker for a point guard? Like normally the hacker thing works for centers before a point guard.
If the Lakers get Ben Simmons, they'll lose in the first or second round. If the Lakers get Ben Simmons, this team will not get past the first or second round. Hell no.
I put it this way. Hold on, G man. I put it this way. I like your trade idea for De'Aaron Fox, but you got to De'Aaron Fox, yeah. But you got to give me more. You know,
if you're lucky, maybe a Buddy. I don't think this is going to happen. It's just a hypothetical. Buddy Hield, maybe. Or
no, that's too much. That's too much. I think maybe Marvin Bagley and Fox.
No, I throw in Harrison Barnes because he's a good key piece. Harrison Barnes.
Oh, Harrison Barnes. Yeah, you could get some good role plays. You could get some good solid role plays.
Now, this is the thing though. If you're the Kings, would you make those trades for Russell Westbrook?
I would, because guess what? I need somebody to pit people in the seats. Westbrook is showtime. Yeah. Westbrook could get me in the playoffs. He'll get people buying tickets, and he's a superstar. So people will come to the games just to watch Westbrook.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so like I said, Harrison Barnes, he's been on championship teams, and then De'Aaron Fox. I think that would work.
He'll work. He can shoot. He's athletic. He can pass. Underrated defender. My only thing with De'Aaron Fox is IQ sometimes, but De'Aaron Fox on the Lakers will fit nice to his team. He'll fit nice. Or Malcolm Brogdon.
No.
If they got Malcolm Brogdon on this Laker team.
But then if you put Russell West, do you think Russell West fits with the Indiana team?
I think he can fit with Sabonis because both like to pass a little bit, both can rebound. I think he can fit in Indiana. I'm not saying the Pacers will go for Westbrook. I'm not saying that. But I think Westbrook to the Pacers will be a good move for them because they need that point guard. They don't have that point guard in Indiana. So
I think Westbrook could be good on any team that don't have another guy that's ball dominant. That's a superstar. He really plays better if you got role players and you built the team around him and you give him the ball and let him be ball dominant. He can average his triple double, lead his team to the playoffs, and they get out the first or second round. You know that's about it. You know.
That's what I'm saying. And some people, and I know this is never going to happen. How would Westbrook for Kyrie look?
No, if I'm the Nets, I'm not doing that.
Oh, we already seen that episode before, G Money.
You wouldn't try to make. I know they're not going to do it.
If I'm the Nets, I would not do that.
You would not consider?
Mm-hmm.
No. If I'm the Nets, no. I'd rather
done that.
I feel like Ben Simmons fits the Nets better than Westbrook.
Oh yeah.
But at least Simmons, you could put him at the 4. You can't put Westbrook at the 4.
Good point.
Yeah, and we already seen Westbrook, Durant, and Harden play.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they got to the finals, but they couldn't get past the hump.
Yeah. So I don't want to repeat that episode again. I think I think his Ben Simmons make a better fit. He could play defense, and he ain't gonna be the primary scorer anyway.
True,
he could guard the other team's big men.
To me, Ben would fit nice on the Warriors. Ben would fit nice. You think Ben Simmons would fit nice on the Warriors? He'll fit nice on the Warriors. The Nets, I get what you guys are saying, but there's going to be a game out. There could be a game out there that Harden and KD might not be on. You're going to need that third guy. To me, Ben would fit more nice with Golden State, though, because now you have shooting, too. I mean, the Nets have shooting, but you get my point. Because Clay's not ball dominant. Harden's ball dominant. KD's ball dominant. If you put Ben on that team with the Warriors, it would fit. I don't think he's going there, but I'm saying that you have him and Steph and Draymond that can pass. He will fit nice with Golden State.
I'm about to head on out here. I got to work early tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll probably try to catch you guys.
Man, you starting to read my mind. I was just about to say we about to be out of here.
Yeah, no, I got to work early tomorrow. I got to get up like at 7 a.m. So.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Same with me, man. I'm going to do, even though I'm working from home, I got to get up at least 7:30 just to log
Yeah.
in and do all that
Well,
stuff.
right now, what is it like 10:30 for you right now?
It's 10:30 right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
over here it's like
129 for me.
Ooh,
Yeah, so it's late over here. So
Oh, okay, but hey, man, I appreciate y'all brothers, man. You joining in, talking sports. You know how we do.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, talk to you later.
All right, have a
Okay,
good
see you
one.
later.
Yeah, peace.
All right, man. That was G Money and the great one representing for Chicago. So y'all take keen to what he's saying, and of course, G Money, the basketball extraordinaire. There's not a stat that this brother don't know. He is definitely a guy that's a walking basketball encyclopedia on a good part, on a good level. He reminds me of myself when I was younger. I just don't have, I would say, the time to really do that as much as I used to. So when you get at a certain age, you soak up enough knowledge that you don't have to, do that no more. But he's young, and the kid, I mean, he's like a broadcaster, man. He's really nice with it. No, I can't bring this mic set up there, man. I got to be on low key when I go to these places. So I'm gonna have a little small mic, a little baby small mic. It's not gonna be as fancy as this, say how this, stuff like that, so it's gonna get toned down, man. But I'm gonna bring my camera, which is a Canon M50. I'm gonna be taking pictures of mountains, rivers. Dog, I'm gonna be like meditating, like in the forest or like the wilderness or something. Like I'm a Shaolin monk going for revenge or something like that. The wind blowing. I'm gonna be dressed in all orange. It's gonna be like one of those kung fu flicks. It's gonna be like that, man. We climbing mountains, get in touch with nature. All of that stuff. Some of that old crazy stuff. It's gonna be like that, Z. But yeah, man, I definitely would post up some pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna be Kung Fu Pete. I'm gonna have a bandana and everything around. You used to have a guy in the bridge, but he passed away. His name was Karate Joe. I was like, yo, shout out to Karate Joe, man, from the bridge. He passed away though, but he was always into those kung fu flicks. So shout out to the 40th side of the bridge, man, and all of that good stuff. But yo, we out of here, man. So salute to you guys. Thanks for joining the Underground Sports Channel, Prince Sports. All right. I like keeping my channel underground. I don't want to be mainstream and, clout chasing and none of that stuff. I like undergroundness, underground sports. Like I like my hip hop, dirty and grimy. I like it just like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, peace, man. Y'all guys have a good one and be safe wherever you at, man. We out. Keep it 3,000.